So here we take the profile of an entrepreneur. On the main menu, they can pick a territory, either the country, the region, or the sector they can access, for which they can consult the environments. They can also have a look at the different regions to have an idea of the investment opportunities. As you can see, we have added this opportunity at the beginning, and it's viewable by every entrepreneur who considers Morocco as a possibility. And now we go on to different projects. Here we have the projects of this entrepreneur. We have several types here, several scenarios. Every project is defined by a line. A project is defined by its name, its type, whether it's a creation or an expansion, its activity, the selected country, the region, and finally the beginning and the end of the financial year. They can also accomplish several operations in here. They can, for example, view it, edit it, remove it, and can also access the different scenarios of this project. Now let's take a random project. I'll choose Zugher, France. So either I will edit certain parameters, and here you can see the overall parameters of this project. I have selected France, but maybe I will study Morocco and the region of Guilmin. It's a creation, and I'm targeting home users, businesses, and communities. And the first financial year will start in 2016. Now it's changed. What I'm about to do is to select the scenario and view it all. Here I have two scenarios, a normal scenario and another one which can be optimistic or pessimistic. And here we have the parameters. We will read them. Every scenario is identified by the project parameters according to the home region, but also the company with its type, if it's seasonal, etc. And now I will complete information on this scenario. I will name it Zugher South and select the type, and then I will start from here. I will access my hypothesis, and I find all the parameters related to this project, all the information related to this territory, because the public agency has identified them, and all the service providers who are attached to that territory. You have also the line of business. You have the definition of all the service provided by this company, like training, consulting, coaching, etc. I will take the case of trainings. It's a service. The sales cost of 250 with 10% of raw materials, 5% of commodities, and VAT of 18%. And I submit. Here I can define as much products and services as I want, and then I can go directly to sales goals. And I can read my goals, set them, and also edit them yearly or monthly. Here, for example, I will take goal setting, and I will define the sales cost, only 5%, and I will sell 5 or 6 per week. And I will define an evolution of 5% per year. So here I can define objectives yearly and also monthly. And I can also define a seasonality, like by saying that in August we don't work, we'll put 0. And for the month of October, we will raise the sales goals to 50. Then I validate. And here I already have an idea on the turnover, monthly and yearly. And we also have the general information on these products, as well as all the service providers who are focused on business development, in order to set those sales goals and to make these sales. And from these results, I will go on to the purchase part that is related directly to this sales part. The system already generates all the acquisitions. We can even add more if we want, if we ever forget any. Then we go on to external expenses. We can define them all. Can it be water, rent, advertising? We can add as much as we want. And we can add salaries. We can add all the services we need. We can also get in touch with external service providers. So far this is in progress. Then we go directly to investments. Here we already defined the material and the land. We can view the land, which is an investment in 3 years. We go on to financing. We already find a loan, an initial capital, and we can also add some funds from the state. The source is the national agency, an amount of 20k euro, no interest rates, no refund, or we can say it's monthly. Then I can submit this fund. Now that I'm done, I can check the forecast. We have the portfolio, the financial plan, the operating account, the cash flow, and so on. Here, I will take the portfolio offers. As you can see, we have already a distribution and an importance of every product in the project's portfolio. The related financial plan, we have a graphic overview, very simplistic. We can also read them on the table by the different parameters. We have also the operating accounts, which is completely graphic. You have the revenue, globally speaking, and you have also how the revenue is being shared. We find the purchase, we find here the external charges, we find the salaries, the welfare expenses, we find the taxes, and finally we have some net results. Here we have the cash flow evolution on 24 months. As you can notice, the seasonality we have defined before. We can also find specifications on all the revenues and expenses, which is important. We have the balance sheets and all the forecasting accounts. So, once the entrepreneur has finished his feasibility study, he can come back to his scenarios and can figure out which one to select. I might share it with my bank, to my partners, or to my associate. So I will share it privately to my banker and I will send it. And I can also find a set of general information of shared scenarios, because users can address us their feasibility study in order to check it, or to read it, or to give our opinion. I then go to financing of the project, and here I can find all the financial instruments that exist, and by then I can proceed to the creation of the company. It's here where I can find all the reports of the parameters I have previously inserted. I will launch the executive summary. Now I'm refreshing the page so that I see all the financial states I have generated. And as you can see, the system has generated the scorecard that I can export to a PDF file. And that PDF file, you can complete it or share it with your banker or partners. The system is autonomous and it allows you to make considerable earnings by the entrepreneur, who can also generate his business plan in Word format, and it's all integrated in there. I can download it and I have a business plan in Word format like this. All the information we have provided is here. Beside the executive summary and the business plan, the entrepreneur can find other administrative documents. This project concerns a Moroccan company. This is why the documents are named accordingly. This is called the unique formula. We can download it, and this one is necessary for the Business Creation Center. And then we can read it on a Word format document. It's already filled and ready to use. All you have to do is print it, sign it, and use it in the folder. And you have also the development part, which is important because it is the one that will help the entrepreneur consult all the services that are available in his area. He can find offers, he can also find demands, because this is important for his business development. And these are other companies making call tenders. And he can also find the development part for his company. Here Zugher will offer certain services gradually, like access to the public market, services for his sales, accounting, management, recruitment, financing, service providers, and other consulting services.